Hello and welcome to the Bot Box. Well, we're not going to be here for quite as long a time as last week. This week we've got a robot that, like quite a few Axobots, had 2 wheels and a weapon attached. Daisy Chopper's weapon, however, was a large vertical flywheel, according to the stats 20 kilos. There were 2 little cast wheels on either side, so Daisy Chopper could win either way up. The team had also been in Robot Wars before with the Caliban, an early full-body spinner, but it lost early in the gauntlet and she got the worst score in the entire series. Oops. Daisy Chopper made its debut in Series 3 Robot Wars, landing in Heat N where it drew Lifter Griffin. Daisy Chopper went over to Griffin early on, which was having trouble moving anywhere. It did move, but not brilliantly. Meanwhile, Daisy Chopper was having trouble attacking Griffin. Griffin just happened to be too low for Daisy Chopper's weapon, so when Daisy Chopper hit Griffin, it basically knocked Daisy Chopper's weapon away. It went foof. So Daisy Chopper could not do any damage. Griffin trying to lift Daisy Chopper had the same effect. Griffin got a second lift on Daisy Chopper, and that got all of Daisy Chopper's wheels in the air, in case it was on the floor by the edge of one wheel. However, when Daisy Chopper landed on its wheels, it couldn't quite move as well. The tyre didn't look to be quite as well attached to the wheel that got lifted, because Griffin's foot got between tyre and wheel, and Daisy Chopper could only go around in circles. Griffin, however, wasn't moving at all, aside from the lifting arm, until Shunt gave Griffin a little nudge, and Griffin darted across the arena away from Daisy Chopper and right over to where Sergeant Bash was. Sergeant Bash just shoved Griffin back to Daisy Chopper. After the two tried and failed to attack each other, Griffin drove away and stopped again. Daisy Chopper nudged Griffin, despite what little movement it had, which caused Griffin to drive into the corner that Sergeant Bash was in and lift Sergeant Bash. I tried to actually flip Sergeant Bash over, but there was a wall in the way. Griffin then went to annoy Dead Metal as time ran out and the judges recording. What was Daisy Chopper doing whilst this was happening? Pretty much nothing, actually. The judges ruled in favour of Griffin, but it's not over yet. No, Daisy Chopper's team were not happy, and for basically the one and only time in Robot Wars history, there was an appeal to the decision. By all accounts, Mortis lodged an intention to appeal in Series 1, but they never actually followed through on it. They changed their minds. Daisy Chopper, the team actually appealed. So, judges deliberated a second time. The win was still given to Griffin, but it was by split decision, and the Daisy Chopper team got to see the judges' score sheet so they could see where they thought the battle was won and lost. Now, Daisy Chopper was due to be in the Tag Team Terror for that series, but due to a behind-the-scenes incident, the Tag Team Terror was cancelled, so we have no Tag Team Terror to talk about here. And Daisy Chopper and its team never returned. Daisy Chopper was an early vertical spinner, one of the first. And as a result, for Series 3 of Robot Wars, it was something different. However, it is hard to tell how much damage it would have caused. Not sure if it would have... maybe it would have chopped daisies, but the shape might have made it awkward. Griffin was too low for Daisy Chopper to attack. It just, like I said, a higher robot, a robot that was taller than Griffin, because Griffin was not a tall robot at all, Daisy Chopper might have been able to damage. But because of the draw and because of the fact Daisy Chopper lost, we'll never know. Incidentally, for those charting the history of vertical spinners in robot combat, Daisy Chopper says 1999 is a contemporary of Nightmare from BattleBots. Absolute terror. And also, very much like Daisy Chopper, big vertical spinner on wheels. That's where the similarities end. Daisy Chopper, I'm sorry, it's no Nightmare, but I do appreciate that they did come up with something that was different for that series, but we'll never know how much damage it could have caused. Also, if it can be that easy, the tyres can that easily end up getting parted from the wheels and causing trouble movement-wise, they've got a problem. So, after that rambling, who's next? Peggy? Please be kind. Cranky. That's crank-e. Until next week, Callison244, out.